what I'm about to share with you is going to be quite concerning. I'm sharing it because big companies like Nestle try to make us believe that they care about us and our quality of life and taking care of us, and yet when they have the opportunity to truly help us, they don't take it. Before we unpack this, welcome to the Road to Health. I'm Violet. If you want to work on your mental and physical health so you can have that overall sense of well-being, subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. Back in 2020, Nestle bought a company that was making a drug called Palforzia. Palforzia is a peanut allergy medication, and it was reported to be so effective that after doing a course of treatment, a child accidentally swallowed a mouthful of peanut smoothie and had no symptom whatsoever, even though they were deadly allergic to peanuts. Peanut allergies affect about 1 million children in the United States. And in order to have your child go through these treatments, every other week you need to take them to the doctor because the doctor needs to administer the treatment. Disappointing sales numbers, which was based on poor uptake from the doctors giving this treatment to their clients, was the reason that Nestle was apparently exploring strategic options for the drug, which apparently that's code for they're planning to sell it. According to the article, the reason that sales were disappointing is because doctors were not, offering the drug as an option to their clients as much as they would have wanted them to, because there were complicated billing procedures to go through. So really that means that most people couldn't afford it. And the other reason was that the every other week schedule that the parents and children needed to be on for this treatment to be effective for the child, most people were not able to commit to that kind of schedule. And we'll add to that this drug came out in 2020 when the world was on lockdown. And so even if you were able to do the schedule, doctors were not always able to fit you in to get you, so that ability to get the appointment to follow through the schedule was very, very difficult for people. The conclusion of the article was that the lackluster performance of Palforzia could possibly scare other manufacturers, so investors and pharmaceutical companies, away from investing in drugs that could help people with allergies, so therapeutic drug medications. Now that you see what I just read, I want to tell you why I'm so angry at this point in time. If you do a quick internet search for Nestle, you're going to find their website. And on their website, what they say is, "We unlock the power of food to enhance quality of life for everyone today and for generations to come." I find that statement laughable when they have a drug in their hands that could save our children from anaphylactic shock and all the negative that you live when you have a peanut reaction, and they're selling it because it wasn't profitable. The other thing that they say is that leveraging our marketing to promote healthy cooking, eating, and lifestyle, which means promoting you to use their products, and they're going to give you healthy versions of those products to use, but they're not willing to use their marketing dollars, in my opinion, for the more important thing, promoting Palforzia. What about if rather than holding the patent so tightly so that they can sell it to another company and it's valuable to another company, what about if they take their patent, keep it, and license it to every other pharmaceutical company on the planet that they can produce it not at a profit, so that more people who need the drug could get access to the drug and they don't have to live the entire burden of making the drug for the world. And again, get the government involved in that. Make it mandatory that if you're selling any drug, you have to also produce this drug for free. I feel like there's so many ways that Nestle and their lobbyists could have pushed to get this drug to others than to just pause and say, maybe we sell the company. Wellness Warrior, I understand that with 7.8 billion people on the planet, it could seem unreasonable for me to expect Nestle to care so deeply about 1.1% of the population. But when we stop and consider that 1.1% of the population is 86 million people, roughly. Well, 86 million people is more than twice the number of people in Canada and about a quarter of the population in the United States. I think that that's a number of people that we should really expect a company like Nestle to care about. Wellness Wearer, I'm begging you to think about the fact that we keep giving these companies our money, whether it's for their cookies, their chocolate, their coffee, their whatever other products that they produce. We keep giving these companies our money. And then when they're in positions to give a little back to help the people who help them be the big corporation that they are, it's too expensive. I don't understand. And I don't want you to understand it. We think that they care about us and they mean us no harm, but are you sure that they don't mean us harm? This drug wasn't profitable, so they're not going to produce it for us. But all the foods that they produce that are harming our health, they keep producing those and turn around and say they care about our health. No, they don't. At least I don't believe it. I want you to think about, do you still believe it? And if you need more evidence that maybe there's something wrong with this line of reasoning and thought process that they're giving us, I have a video right here where I go even deeper into what I found out about food companies and why they are so willing to spend money on lobbyists to keep us eating their junk food. You can click on the video and I'm going to meet you over there.